Welcome, friends, to Kira's Gains Train videos. I'm back. I'm ready to make squat gains, bench gains, deadlift gains, all of them. And to do that, I have signed up, or my husband signed me up, for Reactive Training Systems, RTS, Hypertrophy program built with Miss Amanda Allen, very strong lady. Look her up on Instagram. I think it's Dr. Amanda Allen, something like that. Anyway, super strong. And, coming back into lifting, I haven't done barbell movements really for 5 or 6 weeks. And I was feeling really detrained, and coming back into 3 sets of 12 on squats at an RPE 6, 7, and 8 was rough, but we survived. It was a difficult balance getting back into it and trying to figure out, I've never done RPE before, and I am awful at it, and I hate it, but I'm getting used to it. And secondly, I'm still kind of babying my injury, and I wasn't feeling 100% confident going into my lifts, and so it was a lot of things to juggle in my head and trying to put into my RP and where my lifts really were at. Obviously, they're a lot lower than they were. I expect, I'm in week 3 right now. I just did week 3. This was week 1. And things have progressed really fast. I'm jumping weights pretty quickly as I get reconditioned and retrained. And my squat is really close to where it used to be, an estimated run max. My deadlift's lagging, and bench is getting there too. So I kept moving the whole time I was injured. I kept doing things. But there's always if you take any significant amount of time off, you're always going to have this time frame when you come back that you have to recondition yourself. And that's kind of what I've been doing with this program, using it to help me get some muscle, get reconditioned, and work on my lifts and do something different than I've done before. I don't traditionally train with RP. I've never gotten training through RTS. And so it's been good to have something different than what I'm used to. So this ended up being my top set of 12 that day. That was 135. My first week, I got to 135 for 12. Then we have accessories. I guess it's not accessories, but it's 3 sets of 12 on RDLs as well. And then there's 3 sets of 12 on hip thrust. And then there's a couple other accessories. So it's a lot of volume. RDLs are not something I'm traditionally comfortable with, and trying to figure out a 6 on a movement that I don't do, an RP 6 on a movement I don't do all the time, was kind of weird. So this first week was really just kind of playing around, and the RPs probably weren't super accurate because I wasn't sure what to do or how to judge an RP. So David, my husband, he's been doing RPs for a long time, so I had him watch my videos and kind of help me, and we would discuss where I thought it was, what the video looked like, especially as the weeks have gone on. Watching my lifts has really helped me probably more accurately describe what the RP is, because sometimes it really does feel like death. Doing 12 reps is a little bit hard on the cardiovascular system. And so I get tired real quick. And sometimes it's still moving, but I get tired. So I kind of take that into account when I'm looking at my RP and whether or not it really was an 8 or maybe it was a 7. Here's bench, the first day of bench. This bench was good. This bench day was pretty good. Again, I think this is sets of 10 here. Sets of 10 on bench. Worked up to 105, I think, for an RP 8 at 10. And then deadlifts was the 3rd day. I've been trying to shake some confidence issues with deadlifts. I've been injured many times before, but coming back into deadlifting, I'm having a hard time. Here's David. He's doing some deloady things. He's just squatting with the spider bar. His meet is November 6th-ish. Anyway, here's my 2nd day of squats, or 2nd week of squats. Again, it was sets of 12, and this time was 4 sets of 12. So I'm getting a lot of cardio in, and then the other things were 4 sets of 12 as well. So RDLs are going to be 4 sets of 12, and hip thrusts are 4 sets of 12. Squats, bench, I've had no confidence issues going back in. It sucks doing sets of 12, so mentally I have to get around that. But for some reason, deadlifts, I've really had a hard time going up to the bar and feeling confident in what I'm doing. It's been weird. and I'm trying to just remind myself that I know what I'm doing and I can do this, and there's no reason to be scared of the bar. But it definitely has been more difficult to shake the feeling this time than any other time. And I think it's because I've never taken so much time off deadlifts. So hopefully this week will be my 3rd week and I'll feel a little bit more confident about the whole thing. So this is week 2 deadlifts. This week I think I worked up to 220 for my RP 8 at 5, which makes me sad in my heart, but we are rebuilding. Gotta remind myself that. Rebuilding a little bit. Really, it's been probably longer than 6 weeks for deadlifts. It's probably been closer to 3 months with deadlifts. Anyway, so here's my bench day. There's not a lot of footage from this day because this bench day really sucked. For whatever reason, my bench just tanked and I could not even get 95 pounds by my 3rd set for a set of 10. So I think I was just really fatigued from the other days and things did just not go my way that day. So here we are in week 3. This is my squats. We have worked up to 5 sets of 10 now. So no more sets of 12, but sets of 10. By the end of this, you're supposed to test your numbers, I think. So I'm wondering if maybe the sets just stay at 5 and then the reps are going to decrease, but we will see. My RP 8 here is 165 for 10. It was supposed to be 175, but I mathed wrong. But it ended up being okay because I was supposed to do a set of 6, a set at 7, and then 3 sets at 8 with 175. And I definitely would not have been able to get through 3 sets of 175 at an RP 8. By the 3rd set with 165, it was definitely like an RP 9.5. So it was okay that it didn't go higher. Probably shouldn't have. I don't like RP because it makes me dial things back, and I'm more like just put my head down. But there it is. So I'll show the rest of the week later on. Bye.